I don't believe there's any roof in right now. That may change. I mean, again, it's one of those things we've had a ton of feedback on during the beta process, so keep an eye out.
I'll just add a little bit to that. Again, player choice is critical to us, and we want players to feel like they have full control over their characters at all times. And that includes the ability to go back and change their skills, change their powers if they feel like what they got wasn't exactly what they were expecting. And just to address your concern about breaking story immersion and things like that, the reality is players who want to do that, you know, we have this wonderful self-editing skill as people where we can just sort of retroactively pretend like we were always this spec. You know, it's like the story was always about me as this guy with 2 blasters, you know, sort of thing. Even though I started out with this guy with a stealth belt and a shotgun and all this kind of thing. So I think it works fine. I don't think it really is going to break anyone's immersion in the game. I think it's, you know, you know, change the direction of you know, make their story seem invalid. I don't think it has that problem. There will be many Cantina bands. Actually, one of the most fun things that I got to do in the last couple of months was we came up with names for all the Cantina bands that are around the galaxy. So we got some great names in there. That was fun. Now, band names are easy. Like, we say stupid things all the time, and we immediately go, band name. So we always write it down, like weird strings of words that go together, and we're like, all right, band name. So, yes.
Again, something we've had a ton of feedback on in and out of beta. It's what a lot of players want. It's something we're looking at, but whether it'll be in for launch or not, we're not sure.
No, you know, for me, like, I grew up with the Star Wars movies. I love Star Wars. I've always been more drawn to the heroic side of things. It was a lot of fun to get to write the Smuggler. I will always have a soft spot for the Smuggler class. But the opportunity to write that iconic Jedi Knight, that Luke Skywalker story, was too good to pass up. I had to do it. So, and I had a great time writing it. Will there be in-game events run by moderators or other staff?
More than likely not, especially not probably for the first, I don't know, well, the early days of the game. I mean, there's going to be a lot of other things that players are going to be able to just delve right into and probably want to pay more attention to than anything that us community managers could come up with. But in the future, who knows? Who knows? Well, I mean, it's something that needs to fit into the lore, because Christmas and Halloween don't necessarily fit into Star Wars universe per se.
Life Day. It's all about Life Day.
Darth Claws, that'd be great. Yeah, it's not something that we're gonna put in right from the start, but again, future, who knows?
Are there plans to add Pazak into TOR? I don't know, but as a hardcore Pazak player from the original Knights of the Republic, I certainly hope so, because I love that game. I'd also like to see us get Sabak in the game. So, what are my favorite classes and why? Well, that's tough. You know, I've been around for the development of all the class stories. I joined Myra Austin incredibly early in the development of this game. I was actually the second writer that lead writer Daniel Erickson hired onto his team. So every one of our classes in the game fulfills a different niche, you know, satisfies a different fantasy that players have for Star Wars. So a lot of it kind of depends on my mood. But honestly, if I have to pick, it's got to be Smuggler. So, yeah, Smuggler was fun to write. You know, who wouldn't want to be the Smuggler? I mean, like, when I saw Star Wars as a kid, I wanted to be Han Solo. Luke was cool, that's all fine, lightsaber is great, all that. But I wanted to be the guy who had his own ship and a giant dog that could pull people's arms off and who made fun of everybody all the time. So that was my Star Wars fantasy, and that's what I put into the Smuggler class when I wrote it. That's the plan. I would like to stay employed. So yes, how will we add more content to the game? You know, yes, we do have plans to add content to the game. In fact, we're already working on additional content for the game. And we want to continue the epic story. We want you to feel like whatever class that you're playing, whatever story you've played up until that point, the journey continues, the legend continues. You're going to encounter greater and greater obstacles and achieve greater glory along that path. So, and we're gonna do everything that we can to make it all feel incredibly epic and emotionally gripping and exciting. So the question was, how will the additional content be delivered? Will it be DLCs or expansions or both? I can't really answer that question right now, but I can tell you you have plans. So we are thinking about it. Do you have a preference on that?
Yeah.
What is it?
Expansions.
Expansions. Full expansion packs.
No DLCs.
No DLCs.
Please.
Okay. Thank you for your input. We appreciate that. I will take that back with me. So the question is, how will we avoid, I guess, you feel that Star Wars Galaxies sort of went off the rails because they listened too much to community feedback. Our community is very important to us. Feedback is very important to us. We like to hear what people think of the game, and we take all of that feedback very seriously. But that said, I work with a lot of very strong creative personalities at our company who are very committed to their vision of the game. And which is not to say that they're closed-minded. They're not. They're absolutely open to criticism and feedback, and they're willing to make adjustments as necessary. But the reality is, I trust the people that I work with and work for. They are good, smart, creative people. They're going to make the right choices. Right, so the question is, with expansions, will we progress the timeline, or will it just sort of all stay like it's all happening at once? It already is not like that. There is a progression of time within the game that you will experience. So yes, we will continue to advance the timeline. Okay, so the question was, will there be guild-specific quest content? We are going to have some terrific multiplayer content in our game. We have our operations, which are large, multi-group, epic battles. That is just, it's like made for guilds, right? You know, it's like you want to get together with your entire guild and go in and, you know, fight the giant rink or whatever. So yeah, we're gonna have content in there for people who have guilds, definitely. We'll be around, so I'm always happy to talk to you guys. So but I think what's important right now is let's start playing the game, right? Everybody ready for that? Okay, let's play. Let's play Star Wars: The Old Republic. We're gonna have a great time.
Det bästa jag har hört idag. Det var det bästa jag har hört idag.